Hello friends, myself Dr. M.K. Gosru, Department Mathematics, Government College Ajmer. In earlier two lectures, I introduced the special theory of relativity. Thereafter, we discuss about the inertial and non-inertial frames, and later on we have seen some examples of inertial frames as well as non-inertial frames. Means physical law remains the same in all inertial frames. Means they are covariant. In Newtonian mechanics or in classical mechanics, the laws are covariant with respect to inertial frames. But as soon as electromagnetism we are going to discuss about the laws of electromagnetism, mostly the Maxwell laws of electromagnetism. We may see that these laws are not covariant. These laws of Maxwell laws are not covariant. Inertial. Means the four laws, that is del dot E is equal to rho upon epsilon 0, del dot B is equal to 0, del cross E is equal to del cross E is equal to and del cross B is equal to these four are the Maxwell laws, and these Maxwell laws minus this is equal to minus del B over del T, and this comprises of two terms mu 0 j, that is mu 0 j plus 1 by C and del E over del T. Del E over del T. These are the four equations of Maxwell's. So, in electrodynamics, we can see that these laws are not covariant, and the question of covariancy doesn't settle here. So, in order to study all these laws, whether they are covariant with respect to inertial frames or not, we can settle the question about this C appearing here, that is the velocity of light is there. We can if we are able to settle the question of velocity of light, then we may say that whether these laws are covariant or not. So, why this happens? In classical mechanics, the force between two particles, force exerted by another particle with the effect of the other one, or the force between two particles on each other, is a function of distance between these two particles. But in electrodynamics, force between these two charges, force between these two charges is not only the function of r but the velocity of the charge also. That depends upon the velocity of charge also. And due to this, they are not covariant. The law says in electromagnetism we deal with electric charge and magnetic charge both way. So we have to settle this question, that is question about the velocity of light. In earlier days it is assumed that light cannot propagate through the empty space. So they assume that there is a medium known as ether. Medium, the absolute space is filled with ether and light is propagating through that one. So now, if we want to settle the question of the velocity of light, that in two inertial frame, what is going to be happen in two about the velocity of light in two frames. So let us take the first frame as this one. This is the first frame. X-axis, O, Y and Z. C is the velocity in this frame. Let us suppose C is the velocity C is the velocity of light in this frame in this direction. C. So this max angle, this C max angle with x-axis as alpha, y-axis beta and z-axis is, so this is angle alpha, this is angle beta and this is angle gamma. In two dimension we can see this figure in this way, but in three dimensional figure this is your x, y and z axis and the light is in this direction. So this is the C. Now component of C along x axis is C cos alpha. Along y axis is C cos beta and along z axis is C cos gamma. Let us denote these with Vx, Vy and Vz. Vy, Vz. These are the component of velocity along the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Velocity of light. Now, another frame moving with velocity v, moving with velocity v O dash, x dash, y dash and z dash. Now the velocity of this frame is say v and its component, velocity of this frame with respect to this frame is say v, then component of v along x-axis, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis are vx, vy and vz. The component of velocity of the frame is this one. Now, if its component along x-axis is Vx, Vy and Vz, and the component of this velocity of light along x-axis, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis are denoted by ux dash, uy dash and uz dash. Then what is the relation between ux dash, uy dash with ux dash will be equal to these are the component of velocity of light c in second frame. This will be equal to c cos alpha minus Vx. Vx is the component of velocity of this second frame with respect to first frame. So ux dash will be equal to this one. Similarly, uy dash will be equal to c cos beta minus Vy and uz dash will be equal to c cos gamma minus Vz. So, velocity in second coordinate, if the velocity of light in second coordinate system or second frame is say u, then u square will be equal to ux dash square plus uy dash square plus uz dash square. So this will be equal to c cos alpha minus Vx whole square plus c cos beta minus Vy whole square plus c cos gamma minus Vz whole square. And on solving this, we get c square cos square alpha, c square cos square beta, c square cos square gamma, and we know that cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. Therefore, it is c square minus plus हो जाएगा. It will be plus Vx square plus Vy square plus Vz square, that is V square, means velocity of second frame with respect to the first frame, and minus 2c and the other component are 2c V cos c. Let us calculate, rather to say it will be better to calculate this. We can write c square as it is plus Vx square plus Vy square plus Vz square minus twice Cvx cos alpha minus twice Cvy cos beta minus twice Cvz cos gamma, and this will be equal to c square plus v square minus twice c common, and vx cos alpha, vy cos alpha, vz cos alpha is v cos phi. What is phi? Phi is the angle between this moment of this O dash with respect to O with the velocity of light. If this is angle phi, then this will be equal to 2cv cos phi. This is the angle between these two. So u square. So u square will be equal to, that is the velocity of light in second frame is u square, and in first frame it is c square u. Velocity of light in second frame is u, and in first frame it is c. So we can clearly see from here that c is not equal to u. C is not equal to u, but it is somehow different one. Now we can take different cases. If this factor becomes 0, if this factor becomes 0, then u will be equal to c. And what it gives means if the second frame move means v square minus twice vc cos phi is equal to 0. So v is equal to 2c cos phi and c is equal to v upon 2 cos phi. If the second frame moves in such a way, in certain angle, then naturally or in a certain way, then C will be equal to V. C will be equal to V. Otherwise, the cos phi or rather to say cos phi is equal to V upon 2C. So if this second frame moves in such a direction, then the velocity of light and u in first frame and second frame will be the same. Otherwise, there is a difference. Now, what is the difference? If cos phi is equal to 0, means the second frame moves in the direction of light itself, then what happens? Cos phi is equal to 0 means cos 0 is equal to 1 means twice CV, and u will be equal to C minus V. Means in second frame velocity is less than this. If phi is equal to 0. If phi is equal to pi, then it will be C plus V. Velocity of light in second frame will be C plus V. So thus we can observe from this result that the velocity of light is dependent upon the frame, or velocity of light is different in two inertial frames. So since velocity of light is different for different frame, therefore Maxwell equation which contains the c, the dimension of c is the dimension of velocity. So from here we can predict that the Maxwell equation are not covariant with respect to inertial frames. And this is what we want to discuss today. On the next time, we will discuss about the well-known experiment of Michelson and Morley. Thank you very much.